Today we're looking at a very strange topic. We rarely talk about death. When last did you talk about death? When last did you think about you leaving this world? It's a rare topic, right? So we're going to explore the mysteries of leaving this world in the most peaceful and painless way possible, which most people opt for. But before we jump into that, let's listen to this excerpt from the podcast and chill.
How do you wanna go out?
Oh no, stop it.
How do you wanna
I'm
go
scared
out?
of that.
Me? Instantly.
Yeah, it must be quick.
Whether
eh?
I'm shot, shoot me in the head.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
it's okay. It mustn't
whether
go suffering.
I don't want to be sick in my deathbed. But let me not, I don't want to say other things because, hey, you may just manifest
I love love so much. I always told myself when it's time for me to go, I'd really love to have people that I love around me. Whether it's my mother or the person in Tandananai or my child. You know? Yeah.
Okay.
But let's stop now.
Yeah, it's getting a bit morbid, no?
Yes.
Hey, I wanted to ask, that's a bit selfish, but because even them, that's the last image they'll see of you. So they remain with that trauma and that picture forever, just for you to say you died around the ones you love.
No, let's stop it now.
All right, cool. No, we're going to stop it.
Yeah. They say life and death are more like a box of chocolates. You really never know what's inside. You don't know what you're going to get. It's like playing a game of cosmic roulette. We all just spinning. You're spinning. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know where it's going to land. Like somebody said, it's a bit of a lottery. It's a massive raffle with no guaranteed prize at the end. I mean, when did you last think about, like you just sit down and think about your own exit strategy, like how you're gonna live this crazy ride that we call life? Rarely we do that. Now, when it comes to leaving this world, it turns out we all have some sort of fears. We have some concerns. First of all, no one wants to die in pain. Nobody wants to go through a lot of pain before they die. Number two, we don't want to be a burden to other people. And number three, we don't want to die alone. We don't want to be alone when we are dying. We're battling. You can't breathe and you're all by yourself. Well, I would want to die by myself. No, I don't. So those are the three things we don't want to experience, actually. I mean, if you look at them, maybe the first and the last one can be really a challenge. Maybe number two, you can play around with it. But going through pain, guys, if you ever stumbled into like maybe the corner of your bed, like you hit the corner of your bed and can you think of the pain that you feel in your toes? That pain is unbearable. But think of the pain that you go through. You battling to breathe. You're in pain. The nurses in the hospital, they can't even give you any sort of pain medication to get through that pain. It's just too much. So here's a question for you then. What's your greatest fear when it comes to the end of your life? Remember, back in the days, they used to give morphine. Morphine was widely used. I think they still give it even now. It used to be the star of the show when it comes to pain relief. But guess what? Nowadays, palliative care doctors, they have a whole arsenal of medications. They're like the avengers of pain control. They can give you the strongest pain medication to just help you to go through that pain. What would you do? Let's say they give you a choice to decide when you want to die, when you want to exit the world. Would you choose a specific date, or do you just leave it for fate? What would you opt for? It's a tough one. And here's something serious that I'm just thinking about. Dying can sometimes mean a loss of control and dignity. Imagine the challenges that come with the body, just the whole body packing up. Guys, some situations are just out of our hands. Cultural differences as well in how we approach death. In some parts of the world, I think it's in Europe, they can let you sleep through death. Like you nicely just going to sleep and then in other parts of the world, they prefer you stay awake until you battle and battle and battle and battle until you die. It's like choosing between a nap and a movie night. Which one would you prefer? What about you? What would you love? Would you love a peaceful night rest until you die? Or would you rather battle, stay awake until you fall asleep? And one more important thing that just came to my mind is communication. Communication is very, very important, friends. If you want to have control over your final moments, like how you leave this world, you've got to let your wishes be known in advance. Let your friends, let your family know how you want to live. You need to have a plan. It's like planning your ultimate road trip. You need to have that map that you're looking at. So let your family know. Have you ever had a conversation with your loved ones about your end of life wishes? I know it's very tough. It's something that we rarely talk about, but it's very, very crucial, guys. Let them know whether you want a home death, whether you don't want to go to the hospital or not. If you think about it, home deaths they actually make sense financially. You don't spend a lot of money, you just die nicely. You don't spend any money. Whereas if you go to the hospital, yes, it's nice. You have all the machines, you have all the ventilators here and there, you know. They even prolong your stay a little bit, even if you're brain dead. But it's very expensive. Each day that you live in the hospital is a lot of money. But we know it all comes at the expense of your family. Would you prefer to die at home and spend less, or would you prefer to at least spend a lot of money and die peacefully at the hospital? Well, that's a wrap. I'm sure you guys are getting sad already. You're like, why this guy is talking about this? Yes, it's a serious topic, but it's very, very important, guys. Remember, life is full of surprises. Nobody knows when they're going to die. I don't know when I'm going to die. But we need to talk about these things once in a while. If you like the video, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe as well for more of this mind-boggling content. I love you guys.